Hello there, my name is Amanda May and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing the bookshelf book tag. I was tagged by a couple books, thank you very much couple, and I'm going to link his video and his channel down below, so definitely go check that out. But for now, let's just get right into the questions. Question number one is, how many bookshelves do you have? I don't really know how to answer that question. I have kind of 3.5 bookcases and they each have a different number of shelves. I guess I'll count, hold on. So behind me, I counted, I have 20 shelves. And then I also have some built-ins in our living room, but they mostly just hold my really pretty like leather bound or antique books. So I'm just not gonna count those. This video isn't gonna be about those shelves, it'll be about these shelves. Number two is, how many books are on your bookshelves, or how many books do you think you have? And I've tried counting multiple times, but between my husband and I'm pretty sure we have somewhere between 500 and 600 books. Number three is, how do you organize your books? So first off, I have separated kind of fantasy and sci-fi versus nonfiction versus like literary fiction or classics. Within those sections though, I categorize by author first, and then by height. Yeah, I categorize by author and then by height. And I like to keep series together. So therefore, I like to get matching sets for my series so that they're all the same height and look nice together. Number four is, what is the oldest book on your shelves? And that's kind of hard to answer. I actually have a bunch of my children's books kind of hidden away right back here that you can't see them, but they would be pretty old, at least as old as me. But since those aren't really on display, I will try to figure out what my oldest book on display is. So actually, I did find a couple of children's books on my shelves that were given to me by my grandparents and my aunt and uncle and cousins. They are Teddy Bear Fair and This Is My Birthday. And these are special because they were actually customized for me. The main character in both of these books is Amanda. These were both made and given to me when I was 3 years old, so we're gonna go with these. Question number five is, what is the newest book on your shelves? And I'm pretty sure that that would be The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. It was published in October of this year. Question number six is, what is the longest book on your shelves? Do volumes count? The dictionary. So the longest book is probably either the dictionary or the thesaurus, or my husband's steel construction manual, which doesn't have a conventional page count, but those are boring, so I'm not going to use them for my answer. My answer is going to be The Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss. I actually used to have the mass market paperback version of this, which was over 1,000 pages. This one, the nice and floppy paperback, is actually 1,000 pages even. Question number seven, of course, is, what is the shortest book on your bookshelf? I'm pretty confident in this. So I'm pretty sure the shortest book on my shelves is The Yellow Wallpaper by Charlotte Perkins Gilman. I think it's 17, oh no, it's a little more than 17 pages. 21 pages. 21 pages. It's tiny. In case you haven't heard of this book, it follows a woman who is going through postpartum depression in a time where that wasn't really an acknowledged thing. and her husband, who is a doctor, prescribes for her to essentially sit and do nothing for an extended period of time until she feels better, which is basically the opposite of what she should be doing. But nevertheless, they go off to this house in the middle of nowhere that they rented for I think 3 months, and she is essentially trapped in this house, and there is ugly yellow wallpaper on the walls of their bedroom, and it slowly drives her insane. It actually kind of freaked me out reading this book. I read it in one sitting, obviously, it's only 20 pages, but it kind of scared me. But it was good. I think the author was trying to bring more awareness to how women experiencing depression are treated or were treated in her time. Number 8 is, what is the predominant genre of books on your shelves? And that is easy, it is fantasy. I've been reading fantasy since I was a kid, reading chapter books pre-middle grade, so I have a decent collection at this point. Number 9 is, have you done a bookshelf tour? And I have not. I've heard that they're a lot of work, I can imagine, but I really want to do one. But I also kind of want to wait until my new bookshelves arrive, which will, I mean, it'll be a couple months, but I'll end up having to reorganize all of my shelves, and so I feel like that would be a good time, a good opportunity to do a tour. But who knows, maybe I'll get the itch to do one before then. We'll see. Number 10 is to go on a random number generator and talk about the book that corresponds with whatever number I get. I'm gonna start with this bookshelf, and we're gonna go from the top left down, and then we'll go like that, if that makes sense. And like I said, I think we have somewhere between 500 and 600 books, but since some of them are in in our living room, I think I'm just gonna use 100 to 300. I probably won't include a bunch of these. I'll do 100 to 400. We'll see if that works. Oh no, I got 357. That sucks. I don't want to count that high. Wish me luck. King of Scars is 55. Remember that. I'm also gonna skip my yearbooks because that would be weird. Harry Potter's 101. Oh God. I'm at 300. I was one away from landing on a cool book, but alas. So my 357th book is Race in the 21st Century by John Hartigan Jr. I read this in college. I took a race and ethnicity course, and I had to read this. You can see the giant, sorry for the giant used sticker. And I'm just gonna read like the first 2 sentences of the back because all I can say is this is about race and ethnicity. So it says, race in the 21st century presents an innovative approach to the vexing task of making sense of race in social life today. This book examines ethnographic studies of race, first surveying the enormous wealth of qualitative social knowledge about race, and then presenting students with prompts and models for formulating their own inquiries into racial matters. I really enjoyed the class. I don't remember much about this book. Number 11 is, do you have any fan merch or other decorations on your bookshelves? And I do, I should say we do, but since I don't have that much room on my shelves, they're kind of minimal. I honestly really prefer the look of just a bunch of books. Bookends are fine, bookends are wonderful, they can be decorative, but like knickknacks, I'm not a huge fan of, but my husband likes them, so I guess we compromise, and there are some on our bookshelves, and you'll see them when I do the next question, which is show us your bookshelves, so you'll see them soon. Now, I have these like little gnome guys as Christmas decorations. They don't always live there, And you'll see a couple other Christmassy decorations, but there's really not much. Number 12, show us your bookshelves. I want to move a bunch. I'm probably gonna have to move a bunch of things though. Here we go. How's that? Is that better? I'm gonna have to move the chair. So in my intro video, or I think it was my booktube newbie tag, I explained that we're getting new shelves and they're all gonna match and they're gonna be wonderful. Right now we have a bunch of just random bookshelves that we acquired in our childhood and during college. So I apologize for how random this looks. But here we go. So, can you see me? You can see me. Okay. So over here, this is technically a desk. This opens up and we have a bunch of my children's books in here. This right here is a bunch of nonfiction. This is my husband's nonfiction TBR. Down here are all of my college business textbooks. I hope you can hear me. These are my college business textbooks. And this is really just storage down here. It doesn't have any books in it. Then we have this bookcase. This is where the fantasy starts, essentially. From here, this way is all of my UK editions and a couple hardbacks that just didn't fit anywhere else. Here I have a bunch of paperbacks that are all the same height. I grouped them by author and then by height, so that's why they're all on the same shelf. There's The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken, Thrown Up Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I think one of these is missing because my husband's currently reading it, hence our little placeholder, which is a bookend. We have The Graceling Trilogy by Kristen Cashore. She's coming out with a new book in January and I can't wait. We have The Scythe Trilogy by Neil Shusterman. Down here we have more fantasy. There are a couple one-offs in here, but I have my current V.E. Schwab collection, which has the Shades of Magic trilogy. Come here. Come here. Hi. Do you see her? Oh, you can't really see her. Oh, look. Hi. Yes, hi. Say hi. No, don't lick my hand. Say hi. Hi. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. So I have Victoria Schwab, Shades of Magic, and this Savage Song duology. Some one-offs. My Brandon Sanderson Mistborn. One of them is missing because I am reading it currently. I also have my Lee Bardugo collection here with Shadow and Bone and Six of Crows, and then I have King of Scars, awaiting the Reign of Wolves, which is coming out in March. Can you see the next shelf? Yeah, on the next shelf I have my Stephanie Meyer's collection. Meyer. I have more one-offs. Cruel Prince trilogy, which I'm planning on reading early next year. The Hollow Kingdom trilogy, which is really good and no one ever talks about it. Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, Dune, A Dudley Education, and The Last Unicorn. Down at the bottom, I have all of mine and Sean's yearbooks. Sean is my husband. I don't know if I've ever said his name on my channel before. All of mine and my husband's yearbooks. Okay, you can't see all of it. I'll have to adjust the camera angle again. That's good enough for now though. So this bookcase continues our fantasy collection. We have the Aragon series along with some Ruby books. Ruby is kind of like an anime, but it was made in Austin, Texas, so I don't know if it technically qualifies as an anime, but it's a show that my husband and I really like, and there are some books and we have them. Next up, I have my ACOTAR collection by Sarah J. Maas. ACOTAR stands for A Court of Thorns and Roses, if you didn't know. Then our Harry Potter collection. Next shelf, I have my Lord of the Rings collection, which includes The Hobbit. I have the Game of Thrones little mini leatherback collection. Some other leatherback books that we have. Leatherbound books that we have. And then I have my David Eddings collection. On the next shelf, we get into sci-fi a little bit. I have To Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini and Sky Hunter by Marie Lu. And I think other than that, this entire shelf is fantasy. But this was mostly arranged by size, with the exception of Patrick Rothfuss. He's my favorite author though. What are you gonna do? Are we alive? Did it die? Can you see well enough? You can see well enough. It's fine. Okay, I get to sit for this portion, which is nice. Dog, please don't. Hi, yes, you're sweet. Can you sit? Good girl. Okay, so this next shelf has a bunch of paperbacks, mostly fantasy, some dystopian. So I have the Mortal Instruments series that I have not read and don't know when I will read. I am sorry, please don't hate me. I have the Shatter Me series, which I have one left that I need to read, and I just need to fit it in sometime. I'm never really in the mood to read it, so it's hard, but gotta get it done. I'm a completionist. I have the Selection series, which I have not finished, and more Tamara Pierce. Down here on the bottom, which you can't see because the dog's blocking, we have a bunch of my husband's magazines and some children's books that we kind of just like to give people when they have a kid as a gift. So we just have a few of them ready. Yes, you want to sit? You want to sit? Yes, so sweet. You're so sweet. Hi. 3 down, 1 to go. That works. That works. Okay. So up in that top corner, we have like dictionaries, my husband's steel construction manual from college, and then working our way across this top shelf, there's a bunch. Oh, you killed it. You killed it. So, an entire glass of water just fell, and thankfully the glass didn't break. It fell on a rug, but the rug was a lot harder to clean than like hardwood floors would have been. We're just gonna hope that I got it all. Where were we? Right, okay, so this very top shelf is my husband's nonfiction, mostly architectural stuff, or he's really into biomimicry, so there are a bunch of books on that. Then this next little cube here is also his. It has most of his like financial or real estate nonfiction. The next 2 cubes are kind of random. They are fiction, but they're fiction that doesn't really fit anywhere else. This row here is mostly just books that we had to read for high school. You got your Poisonwood Bible, your Shakespeare, your Scarlet Letter, Dante's Inferno, Animal Farm 1984, Brave New World, The Stranger, all of those are all right here. This next row is my nonfiction row. This is kind of my like science/personality cube. The next cube is all of my animal related books. And then this cube is kind of like everything else. It has some feminist books, some books about like love languages and marriage, the life-changing magic of tidying up, that sort of thing. Can you still see me? Yes, you can. Okay. So this next cube is the rest of my Tamara Pierce books. And then we have more, more random fiction that doesn't really fit anywhere else. Next, we have my manga cube. I'm hoping to pretty soon have to expand this because right now it's getting pretty full and I have plans to buy more manga in the near future. Then we have a cube filled with a bunch of children's chapter books, mostly Heartland and the Unicorns of Valinor. That is the most random cube on the far side over there. They're random books that usually hide behind this chair. And on the very bottom, we have more children's books, more chapter books. We have even more children's books. Most of those are The Secrets of Droom in that tall pile. And then in the last cube, we have a bunch of composition books from Sean's college career. He could not part with them. He put a lot of work into them, so they live in the very corner. This is heavy. It's a table. Okay. Oh yeah, that got wet. Everything's wet. And we're back. That was probably good practice for doing a bookshelf tour in the future. That was hard. I hope some of that footage came out at least. I hope it's usable. So question 13 is to tag someone. It's not really a question, but I am going to do as I've done in the past and tag everybody. If you feel like doing this tag, I highly encourage you to do it. And if you do, please tell me down below so that I can go check it out. So yeah, those are my bookshelves. I hope you enjoyed. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my content, please hit subscribe. It really helps. And also, I would love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment down below. See you next time. Bye. Hello there. My name is Amanda May, and I just got a text. Yep, okay. Thank you. Oh, I don't want it to fall again. I don't have my clicker. It's over there. It's the principle of the matter.